back to another episode of the Dope Content Podcast brought to you by dopecontent.com, where we cover everything from sports, music, entertainment, fashion. You know what it is. You know how we do it here. We are here for another episode, a very special episode of the Dope Content Podcast. As you can kind of see behind me in the background, we got the dopest clothes out of Dallas, Texas here. And I'm talking with the owner, and she's fam as well. So let me go ahead and introduce her. I call her Zuree. That's her name to me. Dee Zuree, those are the names I call her. But y'all might know her as Zuree, and she is the owner and founder of Zuree by Zuree. How you doing? So how everything going with you?
Everything cool. Everything going good. Yeah, everything cool.
Okay, so yeah, I appreciate you having me out. We are here at Royal Lane Studios. I said that right?
You did.
Royal Lane Studios, Dallas, Texas, on Maple. So look them up, Instagram, YouTube, they're there. Royal Lane Studios, allowing us to do our show here. So let's just get right into it. We're not going to waste any time, anything like that. So tell us about, Zuree by Zuree.
So I started this in December 2020. My signature is an infinite hourglass. It's a horizontal hourglass that was given to me first. So I kind of just rolled with that, and what I got from that was timeless. I learned about my brand every day. Like, I got a full understanding of my brand last year,
Nice.
2 years in. So once I got the logo, I kind of just ran with it. I'm a planner, and I didn't have this plan, so I kind of just learned along the way. I create designs, I manufacture, I do everything from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
Top to the bottom.
That's what's up. So you said you started 2021?
2020. Well, you could say that.
2020?
December 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
About the same time. Well, I started maybe like spring 2020 with
Right.
Dope Content. So about the same year, doing everything. So what motivated you to get started? Or like, who influenced you? Did you see something that just made you do it? Or did it just click in your head?
Okay, it clicked. Like I say, I didn't say, I'm a poet. So for a while, I've been trying to figure out, I'm a poet and I like designing.
Right.
So I've been trying to figure out how to incorporate the two. From the beginning, I always wanted it to be a poetry line, but it didn't start that way. Like, I just started my Poetry collection last year.
Yeah.
But that's why I wanted to start.
Yeah.
It just, the way that it played out was perfect timing. I lost my train of thought, but the influence was the poetry, combining the poetry and the fashion side of it. So yeah, I kind of just rolled with it. I didn't really have any outside influences. I just knew that I wanted to do poetry.
Okay.
And the clothes just came about. So I'm just now getting back to the heart of the matter, to what I want to do, which is the poetry.
Okay, nice. So is there anybody that influenced you as far as what you do, or it's just you?
It was like I say, it wasn't planned. So
Yeah.
had it been planned, probably.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was just God-given,
There you go.
yeah,
I mean, that's the best way. That's kind of how my thing got started. It was just pandemic hit. I've always wanted to be like, the musician side of me, but I've always wanted to be in like the radio, stuff like that, media and stuff like that. And then when 2020 hit, it was just nothing. And I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity to just rebrand from Brooklyn 214 to, I had with my homies and stuff, to just my own thing. So it just happened, and it's taken off. So shout out to everybody that support. Shout out to everybody that's already supporting Zuree. Where can we find your clothes?
So right now, like you said, we are at Royal Lane Studios. This is called the Hourglass Suite. Hourglass.
Yeah.
Hourglass.
There you go.
It's a we thing. So one thing I do, my poetry it's for me, but it's for us. Like, it talks to me first, and because it can talk to me, I feel like it can talk to other people. So it's Hourglass. The Hourglass Suite, that's what I was getting at. The Hourglass Suite at Royal Lanes. You could pick up stuff here, you could order here, you could pick up. I also have a website, www.zbafashionhub.com. ZBA, that's Zuree by Zuree. To touch on it, I know we're going to get to it, but I kind of want to touch on it slightly.
It's on you. I'm following you.
Zuree by Zuree. So my name is Zuree. Zuree is Zuree without the A. So my signature is an hourglass, infinite hourglass. So it's basically saying my future by my past, which is saying that yesterday made today, today made tomorrow. It's the eternal now. I don't want to get too deep, but
go ahead. This is the show. You do whatever you want.
Like,
this is the show.
It's I didn't have a plan, but it's mapped out. Like everything makes sense. Everything is a dot. It's a connected dot with my brand, and that's the thing I love about it. Like I said, I didn't understand it until last year, 2 years in.
Yeah.
But Zuree by Zuree is basically my future by my past. I can't remember it right now, but I do have a poem. I do put my poems on clothes. So I do have a hoodie that's already sold. Those are limited edition.
Nice.
I do 8, like that orange one. I do 8 of those and only sell 8. That's a poem right there. But
nice.
I'm trying to remember the one I was talking about. I'll find it. We'll get to it. But Zuree by Zuree is a play on time, which is a play on the infinite hourglass.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So you mentioned, we both mentioned the studio. How did this come about?
That is a good question. So, okay, where do I start there? That was a good question. So this is a partnership. So under my brand, I have Zuree by Zuree. Well, that's the name of the brand, I'm sorry. I have the Sultry collection, which is my poetry collection. I have the Timeless collection, which is where I started. I have about 50 timeless designs. Yeah, I have a lot of those designs. It's just, they're all marked with the hourglass. Yeah. And then I have the Quiet Money collection, which that came into mind. It birthed itself last summer.
Okay.
And it was a lot of things happening. And I wanted to kind of talk about it before it happened. And it was like, no,
just do it.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
So that's where Get It and Get It quietly came from. I had the saying first, and then it kind of just found its way to the logo. So those are my 3 collections. Like I said, this is a collaborative effort, the store. So right here we have No Flukes. That's my partner.
Okay.
This is his collection, the No Flukes collection. Basically saying that everything happens for a reason. Like nothing is by chance. It happens because it's supposed to. Yeah.
Right.
So the fact that our meanings are so similar, it just happened. Matter of fact, I used to manufacture for him last year.
Okay.
I've been doing it for a couple of years. I used to manufacture for him, and we kind of just grew from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's nice. So again, we got all of the stuff. I don't know if y'all can see this on the camera. You probably can't, but we'll get you all that on the show. When the show come out, you will see everything that's in here and everything that's online. And you said, which one was your main collection right now that you wanted to focus on?
The one that I'm focused on right now is the Sultry collection. That's the heart of the matter. That's what it was supposed to be when it started, even though I had to work my way to it, but that's the main focus. That's where my energy going is.
That's the one where it was just like, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice. So, with starting a new business, me personally, I have rough months where it's just like, why am I doing this? I should quit. Because you know how it is when it's like the people that you call your family and friends are the ones that's not really supporting. You're getting more support from like a stranger than you do, your family and friends. So let's just say you had a month with rough sales. How did you handle that? Like, did it? How do you stay motivated, basically?
Motivated. Well, I stay motivated because I know the end game. Like, I know where it's going.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So that's the motivation right there in itself. But I just do what I have to do. Like you said, there are rough months. I wanted to do this full time, but in the beginning, I can't.
Right.
Like, it could either pay my bills and not reinvest itself, or it could reinvest itself and not pay the bills.
Right.
So I've been trying to find a balance in that. Of course, I want to do this full time, but I can't right now.
Right.
So I work to balance that out. I'm gonna keep going. Like the motivation, like I said, is the end game. It's where it's going because I know it's going there. Yeah. I've had previews and I've seen it. Yeah. Like I'm looking at it, I know where it's going. So
God
that's the
talking
motivation.
To you basically.
Yeah. That's the motivation.
Likewise here. It's a lot of times where people just don't understand, and I tell them, I say, I have a vision that like is strong. It's not going away. It keeps popping up. I didn't ask for it. It's just, you know, sometimes you can't even sleep at night.
Right.
You know.
I call it the why. Like my why is why I keep going.
Like you can't even sleep at night because it's just nonstop. That was me like the last 2.5 weeks. Just another vision just coming. Last night I couldn't sleep. 2:30 in the morning, I'm just up.
Yeah.
So I'm with you there. And that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Talk about the shows that you've done so far.
So when I started, like I said, I'm going on 3 years. In December it'll be 3 years. When I started, I was doing a lot of, they call them pop-up shops. Yeah. Like, I used to do a lot of those. I've been in a few fashion shows. And none of this was my intent. I always wanted to do the poetry, but I'm going to toot my own horn. The fact that I'm a great designer,
there you go.
I've been finding my way like more on the fashion side than the heart of the matter, which is the poetry. Yeah. So like I said, I'm just now figuring out how to incorporate both, but I've been in a few fashion shows. I've helped other brands in fashion shows, like I would say kind of as a consultant. I help them get their walks together, their looks together. I've done that for a few brands. That's really it. I'm now my focus is to do poetry. Like you know, I've been in a lot of open mic areas. Yeah. But I ain't never done what I was supposed to do. Yeah. Which is the poetry. Like I know for a fact, once I start doing what I'm supposed to do, this gonna do what it's supposed to do. Yeah. So my focus now is to get on stage, like to start doing the poetry. I don't even have to say get on stage, to just start doing it, like doing my poetry.
Have you thought about doing maybe like a YouTube or?
I have, like it's written. Like I have a lot of stuff written down that I haven't. Yeah, it's written.
Look, would you have your own website? Even if you don't want to put it on YouTube and have people look at it just on your site? Excuse me, got hiccups. Go to YouTube, upload it. Bruh. Unlist it. Take the link, put it on your website. So they can only see it on your website via YouTube. So
see, and run it to me one more time.
So you have a YouTube account, but you don't want it to be public YouTube account. And you just want your videos to be on your website. So you post it to YouTube like it's regular. And as the video is, processing, it'll give you options to unlist it. So you unlist it, then you take the link and put it to your website.
I'm gonna touch back with you on that. It sounds like something I want to do and I might need your help.
And it'll just pop up and the video will only play on your website.
That sounds like something that I was gonna do. I don't know if I should speak on it now because, like I said, I know where this is going. Yeah. I don't want to give too much, but I kind of had something already in motion like that.
But yeah, it's definitely good to talk with you. This is fam, y'all. This is legit fam. When I say fam, this is fam. So, man, we kind of grew up together for a little bit. When you think about it, in the church, in my granddad's church. Now your dad has a church, which is great, man. 'Cause I know that's something he wanted to do. Yeah. I need to come visit. Show love. So where is it located?
It's in Dallas.
Okay.
It's in Dallas.
I need to come make a visit. I've been playing at the church in Fort Worth, but
you said playing at the church in Fort Worth?
I'm playing at the church in Fort Worth. I wasn't supposed to be playing at the church in Fort Worth, but my homie that I was filling in for just stopped. coming. He went to another church, so that's another story. They already know about that. But before I let you go, we like to play this game on the show called Choosing. Choosing is, I give you scenarios. It can be food, sports, music, clothes, whatever. You can plead the fifth on some if you want to.
Gonna make me play this game.
I haven't had anybody plead the fifth, so you might be the first to plead the fifth.
I do it too.
Okay. So let's start off with just a couple of them. 106 in Park or TRL on MTV?
I'm gonna say 106 because I ain't even watched TRL. Did I even say it right?
I don't know if I said it right, but I'm guessing yes. But okay. Drake or Lil Wayne?
Drake and Lil Wayne.
You got pick.
I don't know how to pick that. I don't know.
Which one you banging first on a road trip?
On a road trip. These days, neither one of them. But it just depends on my mood, I would say. In this mood I'm in right now, Drake.
Okay.
In this mood right now.
Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
What? You can't do that.
Why not?
You can't do that.
Why not?
Both, again.
You gotta pick.
I don't have to pick.
You pleading the fifth?
Sure.
BET Awards or MTV Awards?
I don't watch neither, so.
Neither? Sean John or Tommy Hilfiger?
Zuree by Zuree.
That's too easy, but okay. Which one would you bring back in style? Don't say yours, because yours is in style now. Dada or Fubu?
Just because I like FUBU, what it stand for. For us, by us. Dig it.
Which shoes are you rocking first? Nikes or Adidas?
Nike. That was the easiest question out of all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think that's it. I don't have any more. I mean, you get into food, but you know, it's just fast food stuff. People that we don't really mess with. You know what? I'll give you to some food stuff with you anyway. Pizza Hut or Domino's?
Pizza Hut. Neither but Pizza Hut.
Which one you eat? Papa John's or something?
Neither but Pizza Hut.
Chick-fil-A or Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Really?
Chipotle.
That's interesting. QT gas station or Buc-ee's?
Like for gas?
Just overall experience. QT,
Don't judge me.
food,
I never been to a
gas.
Buc-ee's.
You never been to a Buc-ee's?
No. I mean, I hear the hype. Like,
Really? All right, if you had a family barbecue, we just had Juneteenth pass. Brisket or ribs?
brisket.
Chicken or beef?
Chicken.
I'm trying to think of something else to throw at you real quick.
I mean, that's enough.
That's enough? All right, well, look. You said that's enough, so we're gonna let him make it up here. We're gonna
I
let him
didn't
make
know
it.
we was almost finished. I still gotta do my breakdown.
All right, so what we got here?
This the Sultry collection. The signature of this one is a Hourglass Z. They call me Zuree, so Z being my nickname, I made that an hourglass. I still can't get it out. It's cool. So I put the poem. My Sultry collection is excerpts from poems. This one is a piece of Explore Me. I had a name of the poem, the date the poem was written, and then my hourglass. So I'm not gonna read it, but that's a piece of the poem. And then on the other sleeve, I have more of the poem. I have the date that I made this.
Nice.
On the back, I have that's my Mother Nature design, one of my timeless designs.
Nice.
And then at the bottom, it say read me. And that's my hourglass right there, the signature.
That's nice. So how long, because I just do like basic t-shirts.
Yeah.
And I get irritated doing those. You got all this design, different fabrics and everything. How long does it take to make one of those shirts?
Once I had a design in mind, like once I put all the pieces together, it don't take long. Like people may think, well, I ain't gonna lie. It takes some time.
Okay.
It takes some time, but that's why the price point is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I only do 8 of these, and it's only 8 because the hourglass. Turn it to the side. 8 is the hourglass. That's only for now. As the brand grows, I'm gonna do 44, and that's gonna be where I stop. Like as the brand grows, once it gets to where I know it's going, I'm only doing 44, and again, that's because 4 and 4 is 8. Turn to the size hourglass.
Okay.
So they take some time. Right now, I sell these for $80.
Nice.
So, and they sell.
Yeah.
And when I get to 44, when I start doing 44 of them, the price point will probably be 88. I won't go any higher than that. Well, I take that back.
Yeah. It depends. Yeah.
I have some things in mind that I won't speak on because it's ahead of its time.
Yeah.
So I just won't say it yet, but they're gonna do what they're supposed to do. This is another one. Sultry on the back. The poem is on the back. So again, I have the Z. It's marked with the Z. The Soldier Collection always gonna be marked with the Z. And then on the front, I have my timeless clock. It's no hands, just an hourglass, and it says timeless.
Nice.
That's the date that I made this hoodie. This is again the name and the date that I wrote the poem. This one called And Go, and the date is undocumented, so I put undocumented. And then I got my signature, of course. Like you really have to touch these. You can't really see on the camera, but it's textured. Like it's not plain Jane. Like it's
real soft.
Yeah. It's quality. Like this some quality work.
It is.
It's not plastic. You touch it, it's kind of like velvet to the touch. It's like you just have to come see. You gotta come see.
Yeah.
You gotta come see.
And we are located in Dallas, Texas.
Yes, 6400.
You said 6400?
Yes, Maple Avenue.
Yep.
Royal Lane Studios.
Royal Lane Studios. You can find them on Instagram, YouTube. I didn't check to see if they had a website, but I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
So Royal Lane Studios, Dallas,
you can
Texas.
Me too.
Oh yeah, we
I forgot about that
too. Yeah. So
I forgot about that.
Go ahead and tell them.
Well, we are in Royal Lane. You was on point.
Yeah. But go ahead and tell them where they can follow you at.
So on IG, you can follow me at __ z.b.a__ ZBA. And then my bio on ZBA, you can find the link for the Quiet Money collection. It has its own page because I do release a lot of Quiet Money. I kind of got my hands full. Like I try to stay. I try to have like consistent releases in each collection, so it can be a lot. So I do release Quiet Money. I release that often. Like I said, it has its own page. I make everything here. Like I manufacture for me, other brands. The fall and the wintertime usually my busiest seasons.
Yeah.
So I release some cold varsity jackets.
I saw those.
Yeah, I dropped some cold varsities from each collection: the Soldier Collection, the Times Collection, and the Quiet Money Collection. So I might do those limited release. I don't know yet because they nice. I'm also working on a members only, like where I release certain things. Only the members can get it. And that's going into some different styles. So I've been doing business as Zuree by Zuree, but I just got my brand name. Like it came to me like last week.
Okay.
So I'm finally finding some direction with the whole thing.
Mm.